We are this close to being promoted, but really, essentially, today is just a playoff for it, basically, and I am tense. Hi Legacy fans, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons with me, Ermin Anrushi's new roommate. Of course, if you are still enjoying the series, hit me with them algorithm likes. You'll love to see it. Thank you very much for your help so far. So, we're in the final stretch, the final episode of the season. There's basically everything you could possibly imagine on the line for us today. We're currently sitting top, 2 points clear of our opponents today, Lokomotiva. I reckon a win here for us, and it's basically league title guaranteed. Because we'd go 5 clear, our final 4 games are all against the bottom 7, and it would just be a case of just getting through them comfortably. But even if we lose, we'd only be a point behind them with 4 much, much easier games to come, and you surely can't see them winning all of those matches to spare. Also, quick note, after today's video, the showdown, the streamer showdown, is going on over on Twitch right now as it happens, but after today's video as well, it'll still be going on. It's the draft tonight. For those of you unaware, essentially it's a big competition with a load of like massive FM streamers. They've invited me as well, so that's that's nice too. But yeah, we're drafting squads, playing off in a big tournament. It's going to be awesome, so do go check that out if you haven't already. See you over there after this. Me and my hypnotic hair. Oh yes, we're going to get into this next game. Now, you're feeling very sleepy. Hopefully not though. Let's wake you up. There we go. And now I can't see, and I feel dizzy. It's going to be a sad day when I get that cut, innit? Oh dear. So, left side has basically been chopped away here. Oh dear. Okay, I'm just going to turn on the lower squads, just to make sure that we've got everything covered here. How on earth is this going to work out? So, Spierkowski, hero from last time around, is back. You'll love to see it. Imeri will have to cover left side. Karakakmisev as well will have to be in there too. It's not the end of the world, system-wise. I think there's a lot of quality in this area of the... Sort of, if you just circle this bit and ignore the rest, it's a great team in it. And to be fair, Karakakmisev isn't actually a bad centre-back either. The desperation has come out. You know how desperate I am when I'm having to feel... Oh, no. Whew. Oh, tell you what, friends, I was about to field a goalkeeper on the bench, and that would have been a sad time. Turns out the scroll button on my mouse just wasn't working properly. Let's see. You know what? Let's get Dalcheski on the bench. With his broken hip, he suits us down to the ground right now. There's also been posited the fact that perhaps that match fixing at the end of the game against Cadino was in fact not match fixing. It may have been solidarity against the Super League, which thankfully has now gone in the bin, which is delightful because I imagine Orid would have jumped at the chance to join it. Our time is now. People have spoken about the idea of maybe bringing Anrushi to other clubs with us in this save. As much as I would love to, I don't know if we'd be in a position at the next club we moved to actually bring in a player like Anrushi, mainly due to probably being too far. You know, you get the whole player doesn't want to relocate because we're not at a high enough level, because I really don't know where we'll be, quite simply. Now, maybe if we were to win this league, we'd gain a little bit of a rep boost that might allow us to get a slightly more hoity-toity job in our next one, but it has to be professional. That's the key for us. We have to be at a professional club, as Jashari's already through for Lokomotiva, and it's an unbelievable stop by Martin Davkov. He has been an unsung hero for us this year. No Ziga energy, no silly nonsense. He's just a no-nonsense. He's basically if James Milner was a goalkeeper, and I like that. James Milner probably could be a goalkeeper. And in relation to those injuries we had, there were some suspicions that there might have actually been a sniper inside the penitentiary. Now, I can't say for sure, but I have heard rumours that there is in fact a book depository in the penitentiary. So, you know, just saying. A very strong start though for Lokomotiva. Hopefully we can kick them out here. Oh, Manashevsky drills one just wide. Okay, better. Maybe he could have got something there, and again, straight over the top. Jashari now. They're doing an us. Oh, what a strike. Omar Jashari for Lokomotiva, 1-0, and they've kind of deserved that. They're basically pulling off the strategy that we always try to do with those balls over the top from our goalkeeper. But for some reason, we never managed to pull it off. But we're very high up considering it's just an incredible strike from Jashari. I think the defender does most things right there. Just doesn't expect him to bang that. That's an unbelievable strike. We're going to be proactive. I've actually dropped the defensive line back 1 notch just to see if we can cover that off a little bit. Don't know what it's going to do for us going forward, but it might just stop us from conceding that exact goal, because I think that's how they got both of theirs in the last game. Saying a lie! Good effort. And again, we look a bit sluggish. The problem now is with the slightly deeper line, the players are slightly further away and they're not challenging for the ball as much. But if we can just fashion an equaliser or something in this game. We've had a few little opportunities so far, but they've also looked very, very good. Taylor, ball in, headed over the crossbar again. Wow. I think we're going to just have to go toe-to-toe with them and hope that we can come out on top, because I think us dropping deeper there is actually costing us. In the air as... Wow. Omar Jashari, they've just got players that just do things, and we just cannot seem to deal with them. The weakened side today has very much been on display. I mean, it's simple stuff, really. Like, cross coming in, fine, that happens. But he's 2-on-1. And I don't know how he doesn't win that, to be fair. We've quite simply not been good enough today. They've actually managed to just get through us fairly simply. We need to get the ball to... Here we go. One more pass across. They keep moving back to the left, even though our instructions suggest to play the ball down the right. And we need to see that ball. Oh, Zainulai! Oh, and it's just wide. I mean, it did eventually break through out of some fortuitous situation, and Zainulai was in the position, but they keep pushing it back to the left-hand side, in spite of the instructions to go to the right, unfortunately, and it's costing us right now. Okay, Maniszewski with a free kick. Can we finally score one of... No, never mind. I have made a slight change. We're going to distribute not over the top like we were, because it's not happening for us today, and try something slightly different. Ironically, the moment I've turned it off of play down the right, they're going down the right again. Galevsky, Zainulai, good stuff. He at least got in a better position that time. There we go. Keep moving that ball. Dalcheski, we've actually got a few little... We've got bodies around now. The problem is they've got so many bodies. 2, and what a strike from Alexander Popovsky. Lokomotiva 2, Vileshta 1. And yeah, what I've done basically is I've made them distribute to fullbacks and centre-backs in a sort of classic style. It's allowed us to control way more possession because we're not throwing it away from goalkeeper situations. That and having it play through the middle is, I mean, that don't think has made much difference, but Popovsky has just absolutely pinged one into the top corner there. And right, 17 minutes to go, 2-1. Come on, lads. A minute to go. Is there a late sting in the tail for Vileshta? Popovsky now. Can he work some more magic? Chaos is ball in. That is such a ball pass, and it falls to Galevsky, who should have done better. He's not scored a single goal for us since joining the club, and that was his chance to really make a difference for us right there. Ball over the top now, and this time we are equal to it, but I think it's probably going to be curtains, unless Popovsky and the lads can come up with one last piece of magic. Maniszewski, bit of space opening up, and that might be the worst pass I have ever seen in my life. Who were you aiming that for? Lokomotiva 2, Vileshta 1, and we can't complain. They were the better side on the night. I'm glad we managed to get a goal, because I think we were good value for that, but yeah, it just wasn't quite at the races for us. But I do wonder if that distribution change could potentially help us throw away the ball a little bit less. Here is the lay of the land. We slipped to second, but at least our goal difference. That goal is actually helpful, because it does pull us back 2 on the goal difference, because it takes one off of them as well. Here's the situation then. Villazarimi lost to Orid, which basically eliminates them both, hilariously. So that's done us a massive favour. It's a 2-horse race for the title now. We may be second, but their running is so much more difficult than ours. So we've got 4 games off camera. Well, sorry, we've got some games off camera right now. What I'm going to do off-camera games until such time as a title-deciding game is available. Whether that means us winning it or losing it in that game potentially is a different matter, and that's how we'll sort of come back to it. So I'll join you guys here in a sec, because this is, and there's a youth intake as well. So Jazzy still haven't won a game. Back in a sec. So, it was a close one against Drita. Eventually, Christian Pelt just dumped one over the top after some nice passing play. Tommy Jankolowski getting on the end of it for 1-0 Vileshta. We needed that result badly. And again, a good performance from us, but just failing to take our chances is pretty much the story of our season in many ways. But luckily, Lokomotiva dropped points elsewhere, which saw us go back above them. Thank God for that. Which we then responded to by ballsing it up massively away at Vardar. The amount of chances we had in this game is ludicrous. An XG of 2.57, and we failed to score. I don't know how we didn't score a goal in this game, but thankfully, right when you need them, Zajazi were there. This was massive. 20 minutes into this game, Galushko gets the ball, whips it across, and there was Ferrati to do what he does with his ferocious strike on 20 minutes. Second half, though, I put it on attacking at this point because Lokomotiva went 2-0 down away at Gostivar. Galushko's ball around the side. Zenilai's original shot is blocked, made it 2-0. I was like, right, we need to get goal difference up now because we could potentially win it on goal difference on the final day of the season. However, 82 minutes gone, brilliant run to break the offside trap here from Andonov, and with, well, just 7 minutes left in the match, it was only 2-1 and our goal difference was not looking good. But summon the man that we needed. 84th minute, Ermin Anrushi getting on the end of it to make it 3-1 to at least restore the goal difference advantage. But then in the 91st minute, lovely work again here, comes to Zainulai, drops it round the side, and there was the Llama off the bench to make it 4-1. And 4-1 is exactly what we needed in a game like today against Zajazi, who had actually won their last game. They beat Cadino away. Incredible stuff there. But again, great performance, almost identical in terms of our creation to the last game. But today we were able to score 4 goals, so I guess we'll take it. Because that leaves the league looking like this. We are 2 points clear with 1 game to go. Lokomotiva today host Villezarimi, 4th spot in the league, one of the best goal differences. It's not going to be easy for them. We go away to already relegated Cadino, who lost to Zajazi. It's all set up for us. Now, the situation we've got on our hands now, thanks to those 2 late goals, is that goal difference is really much in our favour right now. So a draw for us, even if Lokomotiva win, they're going to have to probably win by 3, maybe even 4 goals in order to get that off of us if we just draw. We are this close to being promoted. But really, essentially, today is just a playoff for it, basically. And I am tense. If we go, I still think that next season, I think we're going to be leaving the club at the end of the season because our situation here financially and as far as progress goes is completely untenable. However, winning this league could give us a reputation bump that could genuinely give us a much better chance at getting better jobs in the future. And that really is incredibly important at this stage when we haven't been able to gain any coaching badges from it. So, and in addition, given that those few players that had left us freed up a tiny bit more budget, I was able to bring in Ramin Ali, technically from Scoopy, but obviously he was released by them, just to give us a bit more balance in that midfield. We also had a youth intake. You see it on your screen now. I must admit, I am genuinely surprised it was as bad as it was. I'm used to youth intakes being quite bad when I'm managing bigger sides, but the fact that, think about the squad that we have, and even then our youth intake is that bad. There's a guy in there called Ross Turnbull. He's Australian, in case you're wondering, but Jesus. So yeah, not great. I'm worried about it. Right, what does he want to do? He wants to take out Erminan Rushi because he is actually mental. So we'll just leave things exactly as they are with Ali and Ferrati in that midfield. It's a nice pairing that they built themselves up there. I'm perfectly happy with that lineup, to be honest. It's nice to have Galushko and Donchev back in the team. I think that really did make a difference for us as well. They were both back for the last game, and you saw the difference in our finishing and creativity. Still were creative against Vardar, but without those guys available, it really did struggle. Although I think they might have played a little bit in that game, but not fully fit. Moment of truth, friends. This is it. All on the line now against Cadino. We must at least draw and hope that other stuff goes our way elsewhere. Instead of your wonderful algorithmic comments, just give me an up the jet skis today, because I feel like that's the nickname that the club deserves. I mean, if Zajazi can beat these guys away from home, we have to, really. We simply have to. A wonderful attendance for today's game. You can see their form has been utterly shocking, quite simply. And we need to come here and be the team that we've been all season. I have no clue. The kit clash, I think I'd rather have played in white, to be honest. But here we go. Cadino versus Villesta. Basically, this is a battle for us for a place in the top flight. We have to keep an eye on the scores elsewhere, and obviously I will keep you posted on what's going on in the Lokomotiva game. Ali's being left in a lot of space, and Galushko's peeling into some as well. Goes out to the right-hand side again. That's fine. Nice possession so far. We're just got to keep the movement going. Try to find that ball across. And Galushko's there, you know. Oh, he's whipped it through. How did that not cross the line? Oh, God. Imagine if we don't go up or something because of that. Ferrati in the midfield. They've actually got a player in that position, which teams rarely do, as Ferrati strikes one. It's well saved by Stoyanovski. In that Vardar game, there was a situation where Yankolovsky hit a shot. The keeper tipped it onto the bar. It bounced back to Yankolovsky, and then he hit it against the bar again. It was incredible stuff. Oh, they're leaving a player forward. Just got to rely on winning these aerial challenges here and breaking. Nice work. Right, Ali's got it. Just hold that ball up and allow the attack to develop. We're not exactly a quick, fast-paced counter-attacking side, are we? Yankolovsky, there was a run being made. Could have found the pass, potentially. Ali, Yankolovsky. Very, very tight angle. Galushko! Oh, and has he got a square foot? As Villezarimi have scored. Aliu has given them the lead that could potentially win us this title no matter what happens now. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We now need a 2-goal swing. No, well, actually, many more goal swing for us to not be champions right now. But I'd feel a lot better if we could just get in front here. Ali, Galushko, go on, have another shot, son. Donchev, have another crack maybe? And he's gone for it, and he's scored, and that's the moment. Gligor Donchev on the stroke of half-time with his first goal for the club from left-back makes it Cadino 0, Villesta 1, and, wow, surely this title race is heading to Villesta right about now. Galushko's shot is blocked. Donchev bravely takes this shot on with his left foot here, like just scoops it in. Keeper gets a touch, but it's not enough. And on half-time, we're going to be a goal up, needing a massive swing in this second half to see us not be champions of the North Macedonian second division. Performance-wise today, 24 shots in the first half. Albeit some long shots in there, no doubt, but Christ, we have come to play. Wow, I mean, nothing's happening now, to be honest. So I might just freshen some stuff up a little bit. Get Maniszewski on, get Malian on, just keep that midfield nice and fresh for the remaining 25 minutes, really. Villezarimi now 2-1 up against Lokomotiva, but it doesn't matter because they still need the same situation to happen. We are in the driving seat. Another goal for Lokomotiva, though. Suma Hassan has got one back for them. Dushku again, into the centre. Oh, he's got round the side! It's incredible how few opportunities our opponents need to score goals against us, and yet we take 1,000 to actually make this happen. Would still need a massive swing here, but I cannot believe we've allowed them to equalise in this match. It's just so typical of us at the moment. Like, they just let him round the side, gets his shot away, the tackle's in there, it doesn't do anything, and it's 1-1. Don't overcommit though, lads. Malian's ball, edge of the box for Jankulovski, and it's unbelievably stopped by Stoyanovski in goal, and it looks like this is surely over now. Come on. 3 seconds to go. We are going to get the draw that is going to see us be champions. Nope, I've overshot it there. Be champions of the North Macedonian second division, unless there's a late goal here to maybe win it for us. Ali, just hold on to it. It's tackled into his path. Zainilai, Manashevsky goes for goal. Come on, lads. Get one more. Oh, it's drilled into the stands, but I think that's going to do it, and we are going to be champions of this division, right? Yes! Kadino 1, Vileshta 1. That's it, right? Hang on. We can see the trophy celebration, right? Couldn't see the title with a win today. What? In before they've scored a late goal and it was actually head-to-head, not goal difference. Can you imagine? Are we not champions? Are the games I don't know about? They've turned professional and they've offered me a new contract, but the simple matter is the club is in insane amounts of debt and it's only going to get worse. And I just don't think we can afford to stay based on that alone. But the key thing is we have gained reputation, quite a chunk of reputation as well. That's actually surprising. How much rep we've just gained there. I genuinely think we could leverage that into an incredible opportunity. And I just don't think it's prudent for us to stay, even though we've been promoted, for another season here, because we obviously will struggle, but that's not the point. We won't be able to improve our coaching badges here, quite simply. We're not going to be able to afford to. They will not do that while we're in this amount of debt, and the debt is only going to get worse now that we've turned professional. I think perhaps repair the club's financial damage. I mean, how are we going to do that? We don't even have any players on professional contracts, and I'll have to sign them up to them, which would just make the situation even worse. Because, wow, we don't even have a stadium. But I still think we've accomplished a lot this season, and hopefully, I mean, I would say hopefully we leave them in a better place. We leave them in a better place in the sense that they're in the top flight of North Macedonian football, which is obviously a better place, considering that they were newly promoted when we took over. But bloody hell, that was quite some season for us. But I do think it is still in our best interest to move on, particularly now with that huge rep bump. We went from 5 to 20% with that. That's nuts. We could genuinely get a much better job, a comfortable professional side, somewhere else in Europe right now. And I think Kim has earned the right for that to happen. Wow. Cool, that was a nail biter, because that could have easily started to turn against us towards the end of that one. If you've enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, drop a like on the video. That would be magnificent. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick too. I'll stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and also tonight because of FM Streamer Showdown, of course. So go follow there too, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the job hunt, where we could literally end up anywhere, but I feel like we can actually have some really nice... I want to see what kind of jobs we could potentially get, and it's the perfect time for it, because clubs will be sacking their managers. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.